This is the Iron Trader. It is Monday morning, so it is time to go to work. Before we get started, I also want to give a big shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs. Wow, what a really great Super Bowl, and you got to give it to them. I mean, back-to-back wins. I don't think that's done since the Patriots did it about 20 years ago. So congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, San Francisco, I thought they played a really, really good, tough game. I think they just needed to capitalize on a few more of their opportunities, and you got to get that ball in the end zone. But overall, just a really, really good Super Bowl. All right, back to reality. As usual, we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil daily and your weekly chart. All right, let me just bigger up a little bit, see what we got. All right, what do we have here? Last week we had a bottoming tail candle here, which held really this key support level coming here all the way across. But it was an indecision candle. But then the next day, as soon as it goes up, makes a higher, well, that decision has been made, so she wants to go up higher. So it ran right into the old key 21-day. So you had a possible bear flag, about like what we had here. But once it broke out above this candle, then obviously that pattern was negated. It went right up nicely. Now, Friday, we had another indecision candle, but you went up right into this key level, this 50 SMA here. See that? 77.27 and 77.42. That is your big resistant level. Now, this was the candle here of last week. These are weekly candles and shot all the way on up here, okay? But again, you're holding this key 200-day. So now this, if you look at this 200-day is wedging up here, okay? Your 8-day is coming on up here, and it looks like your 50-day is coming on down. So something eventually is going to give, like it always does. Now, well, let's see what we got. So today, so far, a red candle, because bottom line, this resistance here is very, very tough when you get that 50-day and that 200-day. So what we want to do here now, let's just take a look at the downside. So we want to look always at the previous day's candle. This was Friday's candle. Your high was 77.29, your low 75.93, and your close was 76.60. So far today, we have 75.84, just a little bit below it. So your next support level is going to be this candle right here. You're looking at 75.52. And then we have, what do we got here? We got 75.16. That is going to be your next support level. And then we have a really nice 21-day here at 74.81, which is crossed above your 8. Now, if you look at your 8, you're flattening out very nice here, and that'll be their next support. You're looking at 74.46, and then we come to this 8 SMA, how important this one is on a weekly, at 74.34. Now, obviously, again, if that's lost here, we have this 50-day sitting right here at 73.37. You got some minor support at 72.38, and then we have your, I shouldn't say 72.38, your 73.82. The high of that 73.82, and then 73.37 here, okay? And then this is your big support level, 72.33. But again, that's on a weekly basis, okay? So, even if this comes down and say it blasts all the way down, if it closes above that key 200-day for the week and that 8-day SMA here for the week, that's still in really, really a good positive shape, just like we had here all the way through, okay? So even if it blasts below that, you're closing above here for the week. That's always a very bullish sign. So we got to see how this all shakes out. So on the upside here, what we want to do is we want to watch this candle. You're looking at 76.59, and then we'll look at today's high, 76.66, and then we will look to the top of that candle, 77.29. Your big resistance is going to be here at 77.27, which lines up pretty nice with that 77.29, and then 77.42. Now, above that here is we have right here is we have this 21-day at 77.63. Now you can see how that's rolling over. Okay, that might be a very big kind of a stifle situation here, because look what it did when this candle rallied up. It looks like it was going to blast up, and that 21-day just stopped it dead short. Now, again, if you get above that 77.63, you have 78.26 sitting here right above your 100-day, and then your retest up there at 79.29. So there's a lot of resistance here to the upside. So look at your candles as your minor resistance and support levels, and then look at your SMAs here as your key levels. So just a quick review on that upside. Today, what you want to really watch is you want to watch this 50 SMA, 77.27. That's 77.42. If you can get above, you have 77.63, 78.26, and then your big retest 79.29. On the downside here, well, it'd be really good actually to take a nice good scalp ski here off of this 21. So you're looking at that 74.81. We're looking at that this 8 SMA here at that 74.46, and then we're 8 SMA here at 74.34. So basically, you're right in that 74 to 74 and a half range. Again, if that's lost, then we'll come to the top of that candle, 73.82, and then 73.37. Again, if that's lost, then we come right down here to your 200-day at 72.33. But you can also follow these candles down all the way down. You have 73.23. We have 72.38, 71.79, and this is a nice big retest at 71.41. If that's lost, obviously right there 70.50, which is your price channel. But what I do like about this is see how your price channels are moving on the way up here. Plus, you got seasonality here coming into play here. So really, realistically, I'm just looking for a nice good support level here to hold where I'll be scalping along here today. But you can see how you have a nice series, low, higher low, higher low, higher low. See that? That's always very bullish when you see that going up. Now, your RSI here, well, you're sitting pretty much in the middle. Your MACD here, well, your green is above your red, so it's showing that it is bullish. Even if you have a little bit of pullback down to here, you're still going to be fine, say. So your MACD here on your weekly, your green is right on your red, so got to be a little bit more of a cross here, then we can see how it's going to go up here. But right now, we've got a really nice, almost like a nice little wedge thing going here between your 8-day and your 50 and 21-day. And that's going to get tighter and tighter and tighter. But if you come down today and hold this key, that 74 to 74.81 level here, you can be really good shape here for a really, really nice scalp. But again, if that's lost, then follow that candle, 73.82, and then follow this 50-day here at 73.37. If that's lost, we know where she's going to go. But right now, this is looking very, very bullish. But you're not going to get through that 200-day and this 50-day here and that 21-day on the first try. You're going to have to blast up. It's going to take some kind of a catalyst for that to rally on up there. Okay, let's take a look here and see what's going on with your net gas. All right, here we have natural gas, your hourly, and your 4-hour chart. Now, yesterday when the futures opened, it just came right on down real quick here down to this 1.78, okay, so, 3, which is basically a lower low, okay? So I'll show you here on the monthly chart. It's pretty easy to see there what the next target is going to be here. But realistically, here we have that low, 1.783, and then we retested it here with 1.787. So realistically, you have a double bottom. The key is it doesn't look very, very strong, okay? See, like we had a double bottom here, and then you had a retest. It just couldn't get any higher. See that low? That is it just doesn't look very, very strong. So realistically, today is what we want to watch on the downside is this 1.783. That's going to be very, very crucial. But right now you're stuck in here, 1.815, 1.82. If you can get above that, we have this 50-day 1.86. And then above that here, you can shoot up here. But when you look at this, see this? It's just a waterfall. Everything is on its way down here. So that needs to reverse to go higher. Here on your 4-hour chart, well, you can see how that 8-day, see how 8-day, how important that is? See, when it gets there, it just fights it the whole way. See how important that 8-day is today? So you really need to get back above that 1.82. Then you can head for the 21-day and then your 50-day. But see, these are all just like a big old water slide coming right on down here. But realistically, what we need to do is got to get back above this key level here at 2.16. So right now I have no position either way, but I'll be looking to scalp on it. Looks like the cold is up there a little bit here today, so that's looking pretty good. But let's see if we can get a scalp here on UNG. Maybe this double bottom here will hold, Okay, and then that would be a good buying opportunity here to go long. We got to see. Okay, let's take a look here on a weekly chart. All right, here we have natty gas here on the weekly chart. Okay, so realistically, you put in another lower low. So what you really need to do is got to get back at least above this candle. That's that 1.88. But realistically, what you really need to do is right here, this 8 SMA. Okay, see, when you get that price below that 8 SMA, just like we have here, just like I showed you on the hourly and 4 hour, it just keeps that price right on down. That's never good. Okay, so for this here to reverse, you need to get back, the price needs to get back and close above this 8 SMA. Then we have a chance where you can kind of rocket right on up here. So you have that 204, you have 210, we have 212, but this is going to be the key level right here, that 2.16. That's your gap. The bottom of this candle here, that's your fill, 2.42. So you gap and fill. This was that contract roll right there. And also when they were going to, I should say, take a look here, shut down those 13 pipelines, not really shut them down, but just put it on hold here for the LNG here. Okay, so again, remember, this is election year, so everybody's going to try to please everybody. So it's going to be very, very difficult. So you always got to keep that in mind. I don't really like listening to the news or any kind of political situations, but in this case, you're going to have to this year, you're going to really have to listen to it because it's going to be a lot of noise going on in both directions. So what you have to do, that's how you can get some kind of an edge there trading. But this is the candle that we're really looking for, 2.16 here. Again, if it goes, you just follow the left chart, 2.23, what do we have? 2.27, 2.29, and then we have 2.31, 2.32, 2.38, 2.40, and then there's your retest there of 2.42. But that all is in the future here. The key right now here is just getting it back above this 8 SMA here at that 1.96. Okay, so on your RSI here, we're just putting a series low. You do have a divergence going on here when you have a low and then you have a higher low here, but you have a really low here. You do have a divergence, but with that contract roll in play here, I don't know how accurate it is actually going to be here. Now your MACD, obviously, that's very, very bearish. Your green is way below your red here, head right on down. However, you're really at the bottom in kind of a situation here. I'm saying once that reverses, you can get a nice natural gas can rip your head clean off here. So don't have no position. Just kind of trade the charts and see what we got. Okay, let's take a look here on a weekly and a monthly. All right, here we have a weekly. You can just see where it just falling right on down here, just coming right off. It just couldn't get above that key price channel here. It just worked it, but now you're just falling right off the map here. Now, when you look at your MACD, that's bearish. Your RSI here, that could go much lower here, but you just have to get back above this price channel here. That's that 1.94. We just have to try to get it back above here, and so we can start working these SMAs here again. Okay, see, that's the key. So we can try to get back above this 8 SMA here. So this your 21-day. You should see how everything is just rolled over there, where there isn't nothing right now that says, hey, I got to get long, I got to do this. So here on your monthly chart, you can see here where obviously your low is 1.783. So what we do is we just look to the left of the chart here. Okay, so this here was supposed to hold 1.795. It didn't really hold. Right now, the real-time price is 1.82. So if you can get above, at least get above that, and then if you can't, and this keeps going lower, well, here's the next target. Look at the closing number. It's going to be 1.70. Okay, that's going to be your closing number. And then if you look at the low of this, that's 1.64. And then we come over to this candle. You're looking at 1.60. And then we have 1.52 going on right here. And then you have your retest at 1.44. Now, and I'm not saying that's where it's going to go. I'm just saying if this is, keeps on selling off, these are your target levels here that we're going to go. So when you look at on your monthly chart here, that is just absolutely. But again, what you're doing is you're also getting to very, very oversold conditions. So always remember that, because when natty gas get rid, they don't call it the widowmaker or nothing. She can zip right back right on up here. So realistically today here, just watch this key 1.78. That is going to be key on the downside. If that is lost, then we can follow the candles. Next stop is going to be 1.70. Okay, so that will be your next stop. So if that's lost, look for 1.7, that area there. And then if that's lost, 1.64. If that's lost, 1.60, and then 1.52, and then your retest. But right now, let's just look at the 1.78 and see how that shakes out here, okay? On the upside, we just really need to get back above this key price channel here at that 1.946. Now, you can see the monthly is holding it so far, unlike here on your weekly. If you can get right back above that, then we can get back in the game again here, and we can just, the charts will clear up much nicer, and we could have maybe an upside. All right, that's what I got for you on crude and natural gas. I'll have more for you today after pit close at 2:30. Thanks for watching.